Zakk Wylde's emotional final text from Ozzy Osbourne. Thanks for everything. No amount of success in the music industry can prepare you for a final goodbye, especially when it comes from a legend. Imagine receiving your last text from a rock icon, knowing it closes a chapter that changed your life forever. That's exactly what happened to Zakk Wylde when he got his last message from Ozzy Osbourne before the singer's passing on July 22nd. A message as simple as it was heartbreaking. Thanks for everything. But here's a twist that might surprise even hardcore fans. Zakk's memories of playing with Ozzy, particularly during what would become their last performance together at Black Sabbath's Back to the Beginning show, weren't just about glory. They were about grit, adaptation, and sometimes uncontrolled chaos. During that show, as the haunting chords of Mama I'm Coming Home filled the air, Wylde found himself not just playing guitar, but stepping up to support Ozzy's vocals. As he told Guitar World, Oz was having trouble hitting certain notes, so I had to stay close to the mic to help double him. I actually had to stop playing for a second, hoist my guitar over the microphone just to make it work. His description? Picture juggling chainsaws on a skateboard, more comedy than rock and roll perfection. Yet all happening at what was supposed to be an all-time high-stakes performance. Talk about pressure. And this is the part most people miss. For all the adulation and legend status, backstage at their final show, Zakk never actually got the closure he'd hoped for. The post-show dressing room was packed wall to wall, so Zakk chose to leave Ozzy some space, figuring there would be time to meet up later. There wasn't. Instead, their final exchange unfolded over text, with Ozzy apologizing for the chaos, expressing his gratitude, and sharing that simple, brotherly bond one last time. Zakk's relationship with Ozzy began way back in 1987, and by Wylde's own admission, it defined his life's purpose. He gave me a reason to be a musician, Zakk said. And that's not just the playbook answer. When Ozzy capped off his career not for profit, but as part of the biggest charity event ever staged, Zakk couldn't help but marvel. He helped so many people. What a master, what a life. But here's where it gets controversial. Was Ozzy's legacy more about the music or the impact he made through generosity and showmanship? Did the world give enough credit to the moments where things went off script? The chaos, the vulnerability, the behind-the-scenes struggle. The saga doesn't end on stage. Ozzy's funeral procession was led by his wife and kids through his old neighborhood, a raw, emotional, full-circle moment. Here's the question I'll leave you with. What do you think truly defines a legend when the final curtain falls? Their public triumphs or the personal moments and relationships they leave behind? Let's see who agrees, who doesn't, and who thinks there's way more to the Ozzy-Zakk story than anyone's dared to say. Zakk Wylde reflects on his bond with Ozzy Osbourne, final moments memories. Imagine being part of a legendary rock band, touring the world and performing in front of thousands of screaming fans. For Zakk Wylde, this was his reality as the lead guitarist for Ozzy Osbourne, one of the most iconic figures in rock music. But their relationship went far beyond just music. It was a deep and meaningful bond that lasted a lifetime. As Zakk looks back on their time together, he recalls the final moments they shared on stage, and the last text he received from Ozzy, which read, "Zackie, sorry, it was like a madhouse back there. I didn't see you. Thanks for everything." These words are a poignant reminder of the incredible journey they shared, and the impact Ozzy had on Zakk's life and career. But here's where it gets interesting. Their partnership was not just about the music, but about the ups and downs of life, and the lessons they learned along the way. And this is the part most people miss, the fact that Ozzy was more than just a rock star. He was a mentor, a friend, and a guiding light in Zakk's life. As Zakk reflects on their time together, he says, "It was definitely beyond just us playing in a band together and making music." He built his reputation on Ozzy's 1988 album, No Rest for the Wicked, 1991's No More Tears, and 1995's Osmosis, and their collaboration was a match made in heaven. But what made their relationship so special? Was it the fact that they were both passionate about music, Or was it something more? As Zakk explains, I was always like, guys, I worship Sabbath, he says. Anything I'm gonna write will have Lord Iommi as the base of the soup. It's in my DNA. This devotion to Ozzy and Black Sabbath was evident in his playing style, and it's what set him apart from other guitarists. But their relationship wasn't without its challenges. They faced ups and downs and had to navigate the complexities of the music industry. Yet, through it all, they remained close, and their bond only grew stronger. As Zakk says, Oz was just the best, he says. I have my father, who was a World War II veteran, and then Ozzy, who was almost like an older brother. There was almost a 20-year age gap between us. With our relationship, there was the fun drinking. But if I ever needed advice, I could talk to him. This dynamic is a testament to the power of mentorship and friendship, and it's something that we can all learn from. But what about the music? How did Zakk and Ozzy create some of the most iconic rock songs of all time? As Zakk explains, it felt natural with Oz. Very rarely would things turn into a math equation, where you needed a manual to figure out a part. If that starts, it's probably not going to happen. This approach to music is a refreshing reminder that sometimes the best things in life are the ones that come naturally. And it's this natural chemistry that made their partnership so successful. As Zakk looks back on their time together, he says, I'm blessed and grateful, man. Anything other than that would be selfish. He's grateful for the experience and for the lessons he learned from Ozzy. But what about the fans? How do they view Zakk and Ozzy's partnership? As one of the most beloved and respected guitarists in rock music, Zakk has built a loyal following, and his collaboration with Ozzy is widely regarded as one of the greatest in rock history. But what do you think? Do you have a favorite Zakk and Ozzy song or album? Let us know in the comments. And this is where it gets controversial. Some people might say that Zakk's style is too aggressive, or that Ozzy's vocals are too raw. But others will argue that this is what makes their music so great, the fact that it's unapologetic and true to themselves. So, what's your take on it? Do you think Zakk and Ozzy's partnership was the key to their success, or was it something else entirely? Let's discuss. As we look back on Zakk and Ozzy's incredible journey, we're reminded of the power of music to bring people together and to transcend generations. Their partnership may be over, but their legacy lives on, and their music continues to inspire and influence new generations of rock fans. So let's keep the conversation going. What's your favorite rock song or album of all time? And how do you think Zakk and Ozzy's partnership has impacted the music industry as a whole? Let us know in the comments.